Alright, testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm back with another video. I'm just coming out with another video. Just to talk to y'all. I haven't been on here in a minute. So, like I said in my last video, I'm restarting my dreads. It's been about 2 weeks now because I think the last video I posted that was like a week ago, and at that point I had been freeforming for about a week. Like I said, I don't know if I'm on freeform or semi-freeform. I had my wife to play in my hair again, and she had twisted it up for me. And I don't like having all that product in my hair. Even though she didn't use a lot of product, but it's a simple fact that I could feel something in my hair, and I'm the type of person I like to play in my hair, so I could feel, all the oil and grease and whatnot. So I think she used a little bit of oil, and she used some kind of I think mango Jamaican and lime, or Jamaican making and lime, whatever it is, beeswax or something to twist it up with, and it was cool or whatever, but I just didn't like that feel because I like to run my hands through my hair. So but other than that, it was cool. And this is what it's looking like. I think that this time it's probably the freeform process is probably going to take a little longer, because I think the texture of my hair has changed. Like, I've always had curly hair, but I've never seen it this curly, and that's probably because I've never had it. I haven't had it this short in a while, so I know the root of my hair is very curly, and usually I think I had maybe 3 sets of locks, and I don't think I ever started them this short. I always started them off with like I guess you could say like a mini afro. The afro was a little bit taller than this, so I guess that's why that I feel like my hair is like extra curly, and I feel like it's gonna take a little bit longer with the freeform process, but I'm liking the way it's looking so far. So far all I've done to it is I wash it when I feel like it needs to be washed. I would say that's probably once a week or once every 2 weeks. I washed it, I think, last Tuesday or Monday. So I washed it like a week ago. And I did do or try the towel rub method. And I was doing that, constantly every day. Let me grab my towel for y'all. I was doing that constantly every day for like the whole week, So I would kind of take that back. I would probably say this is probably my 3rd week, maybe 4th week freeforming. I mean, 3rd or 4th week since I started. And I think for like a week I did the towel rub method, and I use this towel right here. It's a microfiber towel, so it grabs the hair real good, and I got it from the dollar store. I was thinking about buying one of those new dread sponges, but I was like, even though they're pretty cheap, they're like $13 to buy one, and if you have it shipped to you, you probably end up paying, probably between $15, maybe $20 just to have it shipped or whatever, which still ain't that bad. But I was gonna do that, but I was like, why not just use, get one of these, which this is what I used to start my last set of dreads. So I just had this laying around. I had forgot about it, you know. So I had this in the house. But you can get it from the Dollar Tree. I think it's like in the dish towel section, because it's under like dish towel. And just make sure it says microfiber. I'm try to see if the label's still on this so y'all can see. No, ain't no label because it's been so long. Like my last set of dreads, I had those for 2 years. The ones I just cut, I had those for 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and they was getting pretty there. At the end of this video, I'll probably see if I got any pictures and upload the pictures, because I think the last time I made a video with my last set of dreads was a while ago. A lot has changed in my life. I was driving trucks, no longer driving trucks. I took a break from trucks. It's been about 6 months now, going on 7 months since I drove trucks. So that's probably about how long, if not longer, that I made my last video with my last set of dreads. I'm not counting that last video that I did about Cloud Pay. Don't worry about that. That website, it got a lot of problems. So if you signed up for that, I'm sorry. I think it's under review or something going on with it, but I'm not counting that video. But the video before that one, I think that was a while ago. I'm gonna try to stay with this right here. I really am. I think the best way for me to stay, stick to making videos for y'all is probably to make them every week or every 2 weeks. Because if I go like a whole month and just to see if it's any change in my hair, I'm gonna forget, because that's what I was doing with my last set of dreads. I rarely made videos because I was, forgetting. When you working and life is going, you just forget, about stuff like that. But I also make these videos for y'all, and I make these videos for me. It's like a video log. Every video I make, I upload it on YouTube, and I can always go back to YouTube and access them. But I also save them on my computer or my device in a special folder that I got labeled, dreadlocks, or dreads, so I can see the journey and everything too, and I can look back on it whenever I want to, even if I don't have access to YouTube. So I just when I first started my locks, when I first started, like I said, I think these would be probably my 3rd or 4th set, but my very first set, that was a long time ago. One of my inspirations was Daisy Hotep, Zaylock. Well, no, I don't even think Zaylock had started his freeform dreads then. Zaylock was still doing manicured dreads. It was Daisy. Daisy was the one who, like, he pretty much changed, my whole concept of dreads. I was the type of person that, I've never really, around here, I've never seen anybody with freeform dreads. I've heard of freeform dreads, but I didn't never, like, until watching these videos, I never, like, it never, like, dawned on me, like, that's what I like, or whatever. And and ever since then, I've never been into what they call manicured dreads or manicured locks, or whatever the case may be. I've never been into them. I like the messiness and the uniqueness of freeform dreads. Freeform dreads, they're not all the same. They will never all look the same. As much as you probably would like, sorry if the camera is bouncing, as much as you would probably like to try to get your hair to look like another freeformer, it will never be. They are all unique and beautiful in their own way and everything, and I just love that uniqueness. I like that it can be thick, it can be thin. I personally love, thick dreads, and like, the fat Congos and stuff like that, and I just love the uniqueness of it. That's like my main attraction to it, the uniqueness of it. And like, if you go back and watch my old videos of my very first video of my dreads, of my I guess my first set of dreads, you can go in there and see you know, how it had changed me. I even was at the time, you know, I guess you say eating healthy, getting my temple right, because one thing that Desi Hotep and all the other hats don't fit. He didn't really talk much in his videos, but it was him, it was Desi Hotep, hats don't fit, and a few others that was freeforming, and they was all on that holistic tip, you know, talking about herbs, only putting herbs in your hair, using no shampoo or shampoos that don't have, you know, chemicals in it, Castile soap and stuff like that, and you know, and what you put in your body will help with the growth of your hair. You know, to them, you know, their philosophy was, if you you know, to be patient for one, because with dreads, whether or not you have manicured dreads or freeform dreads, you have to be patient. But to help your hair be healthy and possibly like grow faster, you know, or attempt to grow faster, is you have to eat healthy, put, you know, healthy shit in your body, you know. So at the time, you know, I was financially able, I was eating healthy, I had became a fruitarian, where I was eating nothing but fruits, raw fruits and vegetables, nothing cooked. And I must say that was like one of the best times of my life. Like, I've never felt more alive just eating raw fruits and vegetables. I didn't ever think it was possible, but I did go through like a transition. You know, I went through a transition. I went from, because I knew I just couldn't jump into being a fruitarian, you know, just eat raw fruits and vegetables. So I knew I couldn't just jump in there. So I transitioned through all the different kinds. You know, I went from eating meat to becoming a vegetarian, and then I went from vegetarian to vegan, and then I went from being a vegan to being a strict vegan. Like, I really was watching and reading the stuff, you know, the ingredients and stuff that, you know, make sure I didn't put no animal products or animal byproducts in my body, you know, no eggs. I think my only exception was honey, because to me honey is not I don't know, I can't really explain why I use honey. I feel like, you know, it's no different than, you know, milk coming out of a cow, but it was just something about honey that I just justified within myself at the time to use. You know, I like using, if I'm not going to be using like sugar, you know, any kind of sugar, whether or not it's pure sugar, pure cane sugar, or anything like that, I have to have, you know, with certain things I have to have a sweetener. Honey is my go-to, but it was a toss-up between honey and agave. You know, those are two things I kept in my house, but I tried to use more agave than honey. But I honestly, you know, want to get back to that at some point in my life, because right now everything is shit. Like, everything is just, my life right now is all kind of shit. I'm having financial problems. I think the only thing, to me, if you have financial problems, you have, and that could ruin your aspect on everything, you know, to me. If you can't financially take care of yourself or take care of your family, and as you know, or as I have mentioned, I am married. So if I feel like I'm not financially able to either take care of my family, which is my wife, or support, you know, pull my half of the weight, then I feel like my life is shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I am grateful and blessed to be, you know, alive and well and decent health, because I've turned to smoking cigarettes. I went from vaping to smoking cigarettes, and the only reason why I started smoking cigarettes is because my vape broke. I dropped it and it broke, and it was one of those expensive vapes and everything. So even though vaping, it's a, you know, some people would say that's not healthy either. So, but I figured it was more healthier than cigarettes to me. So you know, so it's like my life is like in a down spiral, you know, because I'm not financially stable. When I was driving trucks, I was more financially stable than I am now, but I was still struggling. You know, me and my wife were still struggling. But we were struggling, but we weren't struggling that bad. We was doing pretty good. So that's why I said I might go back to driving trucks. But I really needed a break, you know, from that life. That lifestyle is not for everybody. Being on the road 24/7 for 2 weeks, a week. I think when I first started driving trucks, I was out for like a month to 2 months, and then I got it to where I could be home every 2 weeks, and then I had got it to where I could be home every week. But that lifestyle is not for everybody. To me, I felt like I didn't even have a life because all I did was work. And the days that I was off was mainly on the weekend. And it's like, well, what can I do on the weekend other than go out, you know, and have fun, you know, spend time with the wife. You know, we go out and do stuff, or just chill at the house and enjoy each other's company because I've been gone for a week or, you know, 2. But I felt like I couldn't do anything. It's like, you know, if I need to make doctor's appointments, it was hard to do because I'm home on the weekend. And if I did have a doctor's appointment that I had to get to, it was like a struggle for the trucking company, which is my DM, to get me home on time, you know, for my appointment. It was one company that I was driving before, and that's Night Transportation. They was excellent at getting me home when I wanted to be home. And you know, they didn't want they the type of company that, you know, they would rather, you know, miss a few days. Say for instance, I'm supposed to work, you know, Monday through Thursday, and I got an appointment Thursday morning at, you know, 11 o'clock, and say for instance it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Instead of them sending me way to Timbuktu with a load, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I might not make it back home in time enough to get to my appointment, they would tell me that Tuesday or that Wednesday, and just go home because we don't want you to miss your appointment. And I liked it about them. Other companies that I had worked for, they was not on that, you know what I'm saying. They would do exactly what I just said, send me to Timbuktu. And then I'm like, okay, you know, you sending me a day and a half away, or a day away, and it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I got an appointment on Thursday, so it's gonna take me another day. The same amount of time it took me to get there, it's gonna take me that same amount of time to get back. And here I am, and I missed my appointment. So I used to just didn't make appointments. I had a few appointments when I got with Night Transportation, and I really do appreciate them. And if I ever go back to driving trucks, they may be one of the ones that I go back to. The only thing that I don't like about them is that they don't have APUs in their trucks. And if you a trucker or know anything about trucks, you know, that's the that's like a what they call it, I forgot what the APU stands for. I think it's an auxiliary power unit. It's basically to power your truck when it's off, you know, to cut the truck off, and you can still have power to do everything you need to do in your truck. You still got power to have heat, air. If you got a microwave, fridge, laptop, you still have you have power to power all those things, even if the truck is off. If you don't have an APU, you have to like idle your truck. And to idle your truck, you know, the temperature outside has to be, with the truck I had, the temperature outside has to be a certain degrees for the truck to stay running. And then, like, so if you need AC, and if the outside temperature ain't at a certain degrees, like if it ain't hot enough, like if it ain't in the 70s, 80s, or 90s or something like that, then the truck is not going to stay running. It's going to cut off. And you know, even in the 60s, in some parts of the United States, the 60s can still be hot, you know what I'm saying? So you got to, you know, open your windows, or keep cranking the truck off, keep cranking the truck up. You know, every time it cut off, you got to go and cut it back on, or you got to press the gas to keep it from shutting down and stuff like that. That's too much of a hassle. Going on with that. But But yeah, that's what's going on in my life. Just gave y'all a life update. And no dreadlock update. Yep. And this is what my hair looking like. I think it's doing pretty good. This sectioning pretty good. You can see where, you know, the locks is kind of forming and twisting. Can't really give y'all a back view right now. Let me see if I can give y'all a back view without knocking this camera over. Okay, I can see that or not. But yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll probably be posting 2 videos at the same time, because I got another video that I want to upload to talk to y'all about some things. So like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and I will see y'all in a minute, because I'm gonna be uploading probably 2 videos at the same time, or I might just upload this one and then come back either tomorrow and make the other one, upload that one, or later on today. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Get the word out about me. Get the word out about me if you enjoyed the video. Bow. But yeah, bow, y'all. Talk to y'all later.